Once you're back in your PyCharm, or if you're already there, you can look in your list of files under your project and choose the Facsimile Editor. Double click on that, and then you can open it, and this program will show up, the Facsimile Editor. It has the option to load a PDF or load a folder of images. At this step in the process, you'll most likely have a folder of images. So we'll go ahead and select that. You'll find where it's at on the computer. The one thing with these programs is that when you go into the folder, for some reason with these, it doesn't show you what's in the folder. You have to know that your images are in the folder. So say we got out of here and we went in here and we looked, you can see the images right there, just as a side note. So you'll see your image right here, and you'll have a couple different buttons. The previous and next are going to be how you navigate the pages. You're going to want to save each page before you move to the next one. So if you try to move without saving the page, this lets you know that you haven't saved the page. That's a safety measure so you don't skip without saving. This is going to let you export what's saved. So say you're working on a long document, you don't have time to finish it now. You can export just what you've done. Take those ones that you've already, or take the ones that you've already done and replace the ones in the image file that you haven't done and do it that way, or you can just make two separate folders and deduct the ones that you haven't done from the folder, from the original folder, and add those to the ones you have done until you build it up. There's several different options under the tools section. You'll have none, which will do nothing inside the facsimile, and then you can save page and move to the next page. You'll have blackout, which will allow you to black out the text. And with the blackout tool, this will allow you to undo it. You can adjust the grayscale to where you want it from black to white to in between. And I chose grayscale because most of the images that people will be working at in this step are going to be gray. So you can choose between that and then get it lined up with what you want. Just make sure you write down the exact grayscale number if you want it to be the same if you have to stop doing a project and start it up again. So we'll try 175 and see how that looks. Well, it's still a little dark, so let's try 191 and see how that works. Let's try just a little. Try 195 and see how that works. All right, 195 looks good. So once you have that, you can go through and start getting rid of what you may feel you don't want in the transcribed, in the transcriptions. Some people may choose to do like there'll be different headings in each page. You can do those here, or you can save that for the chunk editor. You can clear all the blocks if you want, or you can just clear the last one you did by doing undo last block. There's also a crop option. So if you wanted to just say crop this section of the text and that's all you want to be that's all you want to have transcribed, then you can just crop that, and then you would save it. If you want to undo that crop, you can clear it. And say this was an artistic letter. Those usually don't transcribe, so what you could do is you can choose blackout, clear that, choose text, write what letter you want in here, click on here where you want the text, and then apply text, and it would put a D there. And you can undo the last and keep applying it until you get it perfectly situated where you would like it. And then say that's okay, that's how I like it. Let's just get rid of these just for an example. Whoops. And then we'll save the page, and it lets you know it's saved. Then we'll go to the next page. And this is really the area that you need to clear because the side margins and the side notes, if you go to transcribe this, it's going to bleed into those. So your transcriptions and your translations are going to be off. So you can go through and just clear those off, or just black those out. And you can see that this is a double column text, but you don't have to worry about that now because there is another tool to work with double columns and split those up. Right now, you mainly want to worry about getting the side margins blanked out. And this is the headings I was talking about. If you want to deal with them here, you can deal with them here. And then save page, and just go to the next one. And then you'll just work your way through the whole facsimile, getting rid of the side notes. The side notes you're going to have to pretty much enter manually if you want those because they can't, there's no way to transcribe them and translate them automatically. They just bleed into the text. You could attempt to tell AI to not do it while it's doing the transcription, but that's taking a risk because it's just going to read through. Save page, next. And then you would just continue to do that. And then, so say you want to export saved, all you have to do is export saved, and it'll ask you where you want it at. I'm going to go and add another folder here. We'll put edited. And then it saved your edited pages. So if we go in here, you'll be able to see that these have been edited or cleaned or fixed or whatever you like to call it. And then you would just go through the whole facsimile and do that.